And then where is your passport? Except this
Except that one, and I do it for that, like this, and I do it.
No.
Asalam.
Yeah, but I want the passport. Where is the
Like
passport?
this, that passport.
Like this one?
On this one.
Ne, sisinkingi in enku. So when you are going to the border gate, you'll be using this document.
Yeah.
If you are going home.
Yeah.
That's not a proper one because I need the original. This one is a copy. This one. I don't need the copy. I want the original one. Because this one, you can use maybe the 100 of you can use this one. Because you look similar. You are the same. So I need the proper document. I need the proper the proper one, the original one, like the ID. This one it's a copy. I see this one it's yours. It's a copy. What is the yes? I need the original one. Where is the original one?
That's one. The last one. I take it. Go and this one out before. Actually, the next generation one. That time out. Fix it. Go to status. I give government and this one. Is it different out? Because
which government did you give?
Yeah, for Confrontation and out this one. Even last year.
So they give you this one.
Yeah.
There's a lot on the stake that we still need to fix in this country. There's a lot. How far is your boss? How far he is? I am asking how far he is. Remember when I was here?
Our brother.
We must protect these elders. The problem is, we must blame ourselves.
Yes.
From the scratch, why did we allow ESCOM? Why?
Too loyal. That is why we're here today.
Yeah, but even if people they can be too loyal, I was loyal in the ANC, my brother.
Yes.
I joined the ANC at the age of primary.
Yes.
Arrested in the age of 14 years. That is why I'm so proud and strong to fight for a black person.
Yeah, boy.
I mean, I don't care. They can arrest me, they can kill me, but the fact remains.
Yes. Yeah, boy.
Ngikhiphe iVN ethi uEscom akavisit ama house to house.
Yes.
Kodala ngabantu bakithi. Ngizoya ePalm Springs manje. Yabona ngilate bekumele ngabe ngiseSoweto ngo9. Ngize la because I get the call ukuthi igcwele abogogo la. Naso ogogo ababuyele emakhaya.
Yebo.
Ngicela ukukhululeka. Angeke ngikhona ke kodwa kumele sengizophuma so ngeSoweto.
Mafatsane ebathoni.
Politically incorrect, spaza shop violence, spaza shop cleansing, spaza shop betrayal. I was called to a police station where a lady, a South African lady, who is a landlord who was accompanying the spaza shop operators who are from her, and I spoke to her. She gave me her number because I wanted to understand, but since I'm calling her, I can't get hold of her. And I understood that whatever Cyril Ramaphosa has said a lot of people, the reason they don't believe it is they actually don't think it will work. So the video that you just saw happened in Hammanskraal, and that was MK, and there are various videos doing the rounds. But in particular, I want to talk about the one that you are seeing now. Let me talk to Vutha to understand what is happening. And then we'll talk about who are these landlords, or who are these people who are benefiting. Because I've been saying it a lot on this channel that there are a lot of our own who are benefiting from having foreign nationals in this country operating and working with them. So let's just see this. Let me see if I can find Comrade Vutha. We have spoken with Comrade Vutha many times on this podcast. Let's see if we do get him. What do you think should happen?
My leader.
Leadership, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Commander Moni,
Yes.
the video that's trending of you interrogating foreign nationals and one of our own, just few confirmation, is that lady a Mosotho from Lesotho, or that lady is a South African person?
That lady, she's a South African person.
What is the story behind? Just break it down for us so we can understand.
The lady, she was there to assist the foreigners to register the shop as she was carrying the documents.
Assist them or register on their behalf?
To register on their behalf.
Because there's no one who can register Spazas shop who is not a South African. It clearly states that it must be a South African.
Yes.
So these South Africans open Spazas shops. They are given money to rent this, to have this Spazas shop legal, and they give away their business to these Pakistanis.
Yes.
So let's just say, I know you may not know, but if you know, it will be very happy. So if these foreign nationals get into SARS debts, there are a lot of things with their food parcels and stuff, these ladies will take a blame, because she's not the only lady I've seen on this issue.
My leader, the country is under siege. It's one of the things that I can say the government, they planned it long time ago. Now, I even believe that these foreigners, they didn't came for themselves here. They were collected by our own government. Why I'm saying that, they were knowing very well that by this time, as South Africans, we will be fighting for our land. Now the country is infiltrated by foreigners. Which land that we want to fight for? Who's going to benefit on that land? Foreigners are more than 20 million now in our country. The country is under siege, my brother. And what is said, you see, to have such people who are speaking big English in parliament, man.
Yes.
But doing nothing for our communities. It's very sad, my brother. You know, I was very disappointed when I see our old grandmothers and fathers who were on the queues in ESCOM. That thing reminded me 1994 when we were voting for this ruling party. I even said, no, man, the history is repeating itself. Remember this thing, it happened in 1994.
Yes.
Now it's 2024. Why I'm saying those foreigners, they were collected to come here. Our government, they are failing to give our young people's jobs. They are failing to give our South African citizens jobs. We have lots of graduates in this country who are seated at home doing nothing. Some of them, they are even doing recycling now. We saw them and ignore when they were protesting with their gowns, with their qualification gowns on the street. We took it light because South Africans are too ignorant. My brother, government, they were knowing very well by this time we will be vulnerable.
Vutha.
Now,
Vutha,
women.
Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question, please. There's a narrative that was entertained on my podcast a while ago by another comrade of mine who was fighting Operation Dudula. He's saying Operation Dudula is funded by certain people. At that time, he was alleging it to say, you know, Boma Pick and Pay and Bo SHOPRITE, they want to infiltrate the township economy and remove all these Spaza shops and plant their own. Do you think that could be true? And this thing of poisoned food, even though it's real, but this thing is deliberate to drive this narrative to use you who go against these Pakistanis, whether it's right or wrong, but there's an underhand of this white monopoly capital using people like you who are on the ground, who are defending South Africa, to replace these Spaza shops with the kiosk coming from Boma SHOPRITE and stuff. Is it true, or have you thought of it?
You know, my brother, my interest is not true. I'm not that type of a person. People, they mustn't think when they do wrongs and took money from all these bribes. We are not the same, man. They must know that there are people who are legit in this country. There are people who are real leaders who can stand for their country. I love my country, my brother. My country is beautiful. I like my country. I like my kids. I like my family. I like myself. That is why I will stand up no matter what. And it will be better for me to die for the truth and to die to liberate the black South Africans. I will never take any bribe. I don't entertain such languages.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
No, I do understand.
I'm not saying the SHOPRITEs and stuff have bought you, people like you.
Yes.
I'm saying they might be using this thing driven by social media and driven by mainstream media to project the Pakistanis as if they are persona non grata, so South Africans will automatically get rid of them, knowing very well that as South Africans we are not going to be supported to carry all those Spaza shops. We cannot fill those Spaza shops with human personnel. What is going to end up doing is those Spaza shops are going to be opened by the kiosk from SHOPRITE, and Pick and Pay, and we will be working there. And in a way, it will be extension. The township economy will then die. But I do acknowledge that it's not even in our hands. So I'm just saying, either or, it's not as if we are winning anyway.
How can those white monopoly capital, they can do that because they are working together with these Pakistans? How can? They are eating on the same plate. They are the ones who bring them here because they know that by this time we will be fighting for our land. They make this infiltration deliberately. They planned this long time ago. That is why in our constitution we have a clause that is saying the land is belonging to everybody that is living in. Now, how can they can say no, white monopoly capital, they are the ones who are pushing. They are working together, these people. Where did those foreigners buy their stock? Because they are buying from them. Now we mustn't be played here. Not all of us, we are stupid. We mustn't play tricks. We are really cares about our township economy. We are very interested on it. We grow up like this because of tuck shops that were owned by our own grandmothers and our own grandfathers.
So you are saying this tuck shop industry, it's not new. The tuck shop were founded by South Africans. If we do get rid of Pakistanis and Ethiopians, South Africans can easily fill in the market and generate the economy within the townships without any problems.
We will make sure our people are ready. Our people are ready, but the problem, the government that is leading us, it's a problem. The government that is leading us, it's a problem, my brother. Look at our young brothers now. They just wake up in the morning and stand by those containers, in front of those containers, and help those Pakistanis to take rubbish away from their containers. And they are standing there for cigarettes, just for cigarettes. They are vulnerable. They are vulnerable. Even if you can check those containers where they are putting in, they are putting in the houses that they know that family they can afford. Now our people are vulnerable. Even those women, they are not working. But the dignity of our country. Let me tell you something. There are people who've been killed. Yesterday, they just gunned down one of our comrades who were vocally on this matter of foreign nationals. He was gunned down. Last week, we were burying one of our comrades. In the last 2 weeks, we were burying, in a month, we buried 4 people who were killed by foreign nationals because they were vocal on this matter. We are not even protected by our government. Now, how can you say that the white monopoly capital, they are ones who push their own agenda to put their own shops? No, there's no such. They are in the one plate. They planned this thing long time ago. Remember the land. Is that what we want? It's not the matter of issues of tax shops and on whatever. The issue is the land. The land is not carrying tax shops. The land, it's carried minerals.
So, please tell us if you know anything about Comrade Pumula from Mapleton community. He's not the first, like you say. There are other comrades as well who went into the Spazas shop industry, who were tuck shop operators themselves, who were taken out. And yesterday, a few days ago, I was speaking to Comrade Maibuye Mandela, who was telling me he's from Cape Town, who was telling me that in Cape Town, if a South African runs a Spazas shop, they're going to take him out so they can remain. How dangerous is this work that you are doing?
My brother, now it's very dangerous because these people, they are working with our own black South Africans to assassinate these people who are vocally on this thing. They are working even with police officers. Because remember, when you take out these Pakistans, there are people who were already patrolling these Pakistans where they go. That means they were getting something from them. You are also fighting with the landlords who were getting 3,000 rand from these Pakistans. That was made by our own government to be like that. Now, Pakistan, they can't just assassinate our own people, our own black people alone. They use the very same our black South Africans to do that. You know, this thing is very sad and it's very deep. It's very deep. You know how many station commanders who are on the list who were taking money from the Pakistans? You know how many members of the ANC who are leaders of the ANC who were taking money from the Pakistans? That is why today it's difficulty for them to chase them out.
So what's the solution, man? Give me a quick solution in closing.
You know the solution? South Africans, they must have the pride. They must have the love of their country and their future kids that are still upcoming.
What about hunger, Comrade Vutha? What about hunger? 3,000 per month, and then you get rid of 3,000 per month to go in and beg for 350.
But let me tell you something. The very same communities, the system destroyed them. after 1994, because they were thinking that what Mandela he was saying, it's going to happen. They get relaxed. Of which the war, it was their way, it was starting 1994. Now, we need to be united. We need to love each other. We need to bring our own dignity and the pride. We must have a pride as South Africans. We must face the reality that our government failed us dismally so. We don't have a government in this country. We are led by people who are evil, people who are brutal, people who don't care about anybody else, about anything else that is happening in our country. Because they were never kept quiet, if ever, really. These people, they love our South Africans. Look at what is happening on our stations of ESCOM today. People are dying. There's no water. There's no toilet. How can the government, they were supposed to hire our young people to create jobs, to do door-to-doors, and use the very same banyazas or green beans to patrol these people who will be working and visiting houses. Those people, their minds is not working, my brother. I'm telling you.
Vutha, after 21 days, what is to happen? What needs to happen and what will happen?
No, we need to engage our communities. We need to engage our communities. We need to be strongly engage them and teach them what is freedom. Because I think also they don't understand what is freedom. For them to have a freedom, it's just to go at night and drink alcohol, is to stand on by the corners, is to just, that's the freedom for them. They don't understand what is the freedom when we are saying we are fighting for freedom and democracy. I think it's time to teach our people what is freedom.
Commander Morning, let me let you go. But where's the lady now? Have you followed up the story?
The lady, I heard today, some of the community members, they called me that the lady, she's working, she's a security, she's working one of our clinic here around in Vutha, in Sedibeng. They did saw her today. Yeah, I never
followed
do any follow-up today, but I think in times goes I will keep on doing a follow-up. But I'm begging our South Africans to support each other now. It's time for South Africans to stand up for their country.
Commander Tami, they were doing the same north of Gauteng in Hammanskraal, and you are doing the same representing MK south of Gauteng. Is there a formal program from MK that is going to deal with the Spazas shops? Because I see most political parties have already developed their plans and their programs to target this Spazas shop. Does MK have a program?
Yeah, we are also going to formalize our own program. How are we going to deal with this matter? Because it's a very serious matter. Kids, they've been killed here. We lost a lot of kids this year. They were roaming around in social media, guys, and young people who have never been given a chance to grow in their country. They've been killed by foreigners. It's very sad. Some things that us as South Africans, we've never done into any country. We respect their countries. They don't respect us. It's because of the country, there's no law. The law is only targeted those who are trying to open our people's minds and to make them to see their country, it's gone.
Commander Morning.
Commander Morning, thank you for your listen, also to your listeners.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, my leader.
Sure. Well, you heard. I'm thinking, let me try Comrade Kumete, just so I hear what does he say from Josie Eviction team. Let's see if we do get him, because he's the first to allege this issue way before. Let's see if we do get him. The call is not going through. All right, but before I show you that other video, let me show you his allegations on what he said regarding this matter, so we can unpack it. Mashani, politically incorrect. Tell me what you feel. Do you think this is orchestrated by white monopoly capital to replace the Pakistanis, or is just the wheels came off and the ANC is caught without knowing what to do? Because this is an ANC project, and if those who think I'm accusing ANC, I've shown you in Etiquette municipality where the ANC was given an opportunity to get rid of spaza shops, they voted not to action anything to do with spaza shops. It's not only them, it's also DA who participated. Mashani, politically incorrect. Tell me what you feel personally. What is your opinion about them?
Okay, first of all, let me just correct even a little bit.
Yes.
I cannot compare our services, not even a single bit, with Dudula, even when they started. Not even a little bit.
Yes.
Because Dudula, from beginning, what they started, it was something to belittle an African child.
Ish.
When I say belittle an African child, you look the way Dudula started. They would attack people selling sweets in the street.
Ish.
They will attack people, running small tuck shops. And when Dudula began all of these things, I knew from beginning, because I knew what they were all about, since I knew that, people behind Dudula, they were people with power. And when I say people with power, I mean that people who are running big stores like, Spar, SHOPRITE, and so on.
Oh.
So they wanted to kill all of these smaller businesses, so that as black people we can be going we can be going to these big stores and buying from them instead of buying from the local store, the local tuck shops and so on.
Oh.
So I can say what Dudula, their mandate, what they started, for me, I've never supported it, because they were never fighting for us, they were fighting for the upper hand.
Oh.
They were fighting with people for different skin color.
That's what you said. No, how can you, as South African, not register Pakistani? We tell you not about registering. Hey, come here. Come here. What are you coming to do here?
He's come to ask for information.
The lady?
Yeah, to register the water.
Sister, how can you register? Information you can we are in South African. How can busy and register and come into the shop? How can they such him? We are well already South Africans. Anything about that, I'm an idiot in our country. But what's the why not South Africans? These offices are ours. These offices are ours. You can't tell me what to do. You've been hired here. Why do you tell my South Africans? Utamadima India na kuna matabaluna. Utoba register like the tax shop. Legal I never. Why did this for? Auna man, you don't have a child. Mama, why must you go home and eat now? Go at this thing you every day, the radio, the TV. We're now our affiliates and you have a nerve. Young guys for them, that's not the IT. That's not anything to come and kill us in our country. I'm not taking it for South Africa. I'm not saying you are not SHOPRITE. You are selling our country. Yes, yes. To register the shop. Okay? Send me register the number. South Africans, guys. You know these people are stupid. You know what South Africans, they think they are clever more than anything else. Just look at this lady. I'm not registered shop for anything. I'm not registered as a shop for the mood. Yes, come on now, man. But I'm not going to show you not busy matter. But never South Africa, but I'm red. Yeah, man, fuck very, man. You're selling our country, man. Yes, yes. I'll not take me to Luna, man. I must mean. Hey, Chief. Hey, Chief. You won't register any shop here. Get out. Take your car and move out here. Fuck. Yes, yes. Get out. You can call your brothers. I'm not like these guys you are killing here. Get out. Just says. Get out, take your car and move. Get out now. Get out. Get out. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you, both of you. Take your car and move out. Take your car and move out. When I ask so I can move officing. We have been bought for 3,000 rand for our kids to be taken live. Sis, it's a big man. That's also a class with the TikTok home. The TikTok home, one of those who are selling our country, this woman. It's a big man. You have a nerve of coming here and register for Pakistan. Why do you sis? That says. The Banyana South Africa manabana sriti man. Which of you say register le mo babanga?
My name is Taju from Ethiopian Foreigners Leaders and the one running around in Soweto. Firstly, I need to say to you, I apologize to you guys because we didn't unite and we didn't work together with the local guys and with our guys. So, as I speak from today, we are united together to work together. Whatever, if there is to do it, we are going to do it together. And we used to pay taxes and everything. The one running around in Soweto must be part of with the government, with the communities, so we can able to do it together. Anything where we are running our Spazas, when they've got the problem with the communities, like funerals, we used to donate. We used to work with the councillors and help them and address the issues and assist them. What is they having got on their side? So, meaning, even before, we didn't know each other, but we are doing part of that other things. But from now, as I speak, like I say to you, whatever, if there is to need on our side assistance, we are here together. We can help each other.
And the school one.
And there is a problem when they've got on the schools, their school fees, and in the university on their school. When they've got a problem, the person doesn't afford to go and pay their school fee and everything, we will assist, because now we are working with Soweto Parliament. So we are hand in hand. So we are going to help them. We are going to address the issues. We will do that one, I promise, on our guys' side. On our side, especially the foreigner side, so we don't want to anyone allowed to open any shop in around Soweto. The one is operating is enough. So we don't want any more new shop. But the local guys, anyone, if you want to open the shop and whatever, you must welcome. We don't have any problem. But on our side, it's enough. We don't want to have more shops. በእኛ በኩል ደግሞ የተከበራችሁ የኢትዮጵያ ኮሚኒቲ ሊደሮች እና ሶዌቶ ላይ የሚሰሩት ሁላችሁንም ሰላም እያልኳችሁ ማንኛውንም ሶዌቶ ላይ ሱቅ እንከፍታለን እንሰራለን ብላችሁ የምታስቡት አራውን ሶዌቶ ላይ ሱቅ ከዚህ በኋላ መጨመር አይቻልም። እኛ ተስማምተናል። እኔ ብቻ ከራሴ አፍልቄ የምናገር ሳይሆን ሁላችንም ሊደሮች ተስማምተን ከሶዌቶ ፓርላመንት ጋር ከሴኩሪቲዎች ጋር ከፖሊሶች ጋር ኮሚኒቲዎች ጋር ተነጋግረን ተስማምተናል። ስለዚህ ማናችሁም ሱቅ መክፈት የምትፈልጉት ብትኖሩ በጣም ከይቅርታ ጋራ ሱቅ መክፈት አይቻልም ሶዌቶ ላይ። አመሰግናለሁ።
As you've heard from the horse's mouth, what we've been able to do is to put together all the foreign nationals who are running the Spaza business in Soweto to sit down and say that we're not going to have ghosts amongst us. It doesn't matter what the problem is, whether they don't have those without paperwork. There's programs in place with their embassy to ensure that there's paperwork. We know who the person is, who the people running the businesses are, so that we can hold people accountable. And then we are working with them as leaders to make sure that if there's any crime, any element of crime, especially from their side, they will work with us and the police, South African Police Service and the Soweto Security Cluster to make sure that we solve the crimes. Because, like I said, the days of the past are gone where people just do as they please in Soweto, whether from the foreign nationals or from Sowetans. We're going to have an ordered Soweto that is managed well in unity with everyone else. Like Daju has said, if there's anyone who is South African from Soweto over to Spaza, you are welcome. They have committed that they won't have any other Spazas opening in Soweto. So the rest of the Spaza economy is for Sowetans. So that's not anyone pushing them into a corner. There's not anyone fighting them or bullying them. It's an agreement that we all came to understand and honor. And what's also important is that some of the programs that we are putting in place to ensure that there is some level of contribution and accountability from the foreign nationals in Soweto is that the top 2 students in Soweto, one male, one female, will be paid for university of their choice by the foreign nationals. That's one program. Other programs involve if there's a funeral, if there's this. So they are now forced to account and be part of the development of Soweto. The same way everyone else is expected to be part and parcel of the development of Soweto. Another program that we have in place with the foreign nationals in the Spaza business is that we're going to give black-owned products an opportunity so that they can have distribution and opportunity to be sold in the Spazas. Now, products such as example, because nothing is confirmed, such as more fire. There's no reason why a black person such as DJ Spoo must struggle. We can sit down and talk. Maybe there's another person or manufacturing the tissue in the township. There's no reason why that person's tissues aren't in the Spazas and there's another person's tissue in the Spazas. That's part of the empowerment plan that we have to ensure that we are producing millionaires in Soweto through the infrastructure Yadi Paza. Thank you.
We're not going to discuss any other thing. Never. What is it that needs to be discussed? It's safe passage out of our business space. We don't say they must not be here. Your immigration must deal with that one. To say they are operating in the illegal. Here it's about contestation of the business space. We are there. We are saying our business must be respected. You see, they must go out of Spaza shops. They must go out of salons. They must go out of selling veggies. That's what the law says. Then you can come with that convention, the convention which will say when you exit, when there are conflicts in your country, the first exit is your next country. It never say you must come all the way up there, passing 10 countries to come and settle here. And it is having a period to stay. It does not permit you to stay more than 4 years if there are conflicts. That is the United Nations Convention. Unfortunately, you are talking to I'm a lawyer of interpreting these laws on my own. I don't need any certification. La. And then record the job and I'm going to post it so that the minister get it. Sure. Bye-bye.